Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Honey Rags. For those of you who do not know, I'm a full-time reseller, not a hoarder. I spend $300, give or take a few dollars, at multiple thrift shops over the past week on mainly clothing that I'm going to resell. There are some men's pieces and some kids pieces that I'm not including in the video, just for the sake of trying to get through it in a reasonable amount of time because I do have a lot to show you guys. And at the end of this video, I'm going to do something that I don't always do. I'm going to show you guys a couple of small hard goods that I thrifted to resell. I feel like I always forget. I don't really forget. Hard goods from thrift shops always get like shadowed by my clothing hauls. So I'm going to try to include those at the end of the video. I think I covered everything. That was a pretty quick intro. I have a lot to get through, so let's get started. I have the pants first. I'm trying to get the boring stuff out of the way, although I don't really have that many pants compared to tops. So I have this pair of New Label cut from cloth. So cut from cloth's New Label is actually just like embroidered right in. It's kind of tiny. I don't always pick up cut from cloth jeans because they only go for about $15 to $20. But these ones are kind of like career work pants, and they're in really nice condition. I picked up this pair of Lucky Brand jeans because they were half off. I also got to hit half off tag day for certain colors. I find so much Lucky, I can't possibly pick it all up because again, it doesn't sell for that much, maybe like $15, $20, but I like the color, so I'm going to try to get like 18 out of those. I picked up these Banana Republic slacks specifically because they're 100% wool. I also stopped picking up Banana Republic bottoms unless they're special material. 100% wool is special material. I think I'm going to list these ones around 25. I picked up these Lucy athletic pants. These ones still have the pull tag. If Lucy is missing the pull tag, you can always look for the embroidered stripe anywhere on the item. Pants, it's usually on the bottom cuff. Shirts, it's usually like right down here on the side. Or if you have a long sleeve shirt, sometimes it's at the end of the sleeve. Lucy Athletic sells pretty well for me. It's been selling a lot better than Athleta has. I also found these Nike ACG bottoms. Now ACG, I always get ACG confused. I think it's like, I don't know. It's some type of specialty, kind of like how Columbia has PFG, which is like performance fishing gear. I don't know what ACG is actually. I should have probably looked that up beforehand. Either way, these Nike ACG pants I'm going to try to sell for around $20. I could not leave these behind, so I found a huge load of vintage, like early 1990s pants. They were all in the same size. They were all denim. They were all like mom high-rise jeans, and I didn't put them all in my cart. I'm kind of regretting it now. I found some like 80s, 90s Lees. Kind of mad that I didn't get them now. But these ones, there's something about like the shape at the back and the top, how they're like tapered and then ruffled. I don't know. I just feel like these are gonna, I'll be able to style these really cute. So I'll probably put those on Poshmark for like $20. Here's another pair of cut from cloth jeans with the New Label. I don't remember exactly like what made me pick these ones up because like I said, I try not to pick up cut from cloth. My grandma's calling me.
Did you start your video yet?
Yeah, I'm like right in the middle of my video.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally.
I gotta edit this whole part out now.
I'm sorry.
You just screwed up my whole vibe.
I'm sorry.
Okay, love you.
I love you.
My Nana, my grandma, I call her my Nana. She is my biggest supporter. Like, my best friend. I love her so much. I call her like every 5 minutes of my day. And I called her earlier and I told her I was going to be doing a video. So she called and she got all nervous and she was like, "Are you in the middle of your video?" Like, yes. Yes, but I'm not mad, Nana. Anyway, I'm sorry for that. Probably just going to have to edit that out. I found this pair of North Face women's corduroy pants. So this is, I think, North Face's older pant label. I could be totally wrong. This may be newer. North Face pants always sell well for me, even if they are like an older style. They're good work pants. They're good hiking pants. So, I mean, just obviously high quality. So I'll probably list these around 20 or 25. I found these Lululemon legging capris. I was just joking around. I wasn't even joking around. I don't know why I said that on Instagram about how I know very little about Lululemon. I don't know like how much I'm gonna price these at. Maybe like $20. I don't know. A lot of people are saying that Lululemon isn't selling as well as it used to. I wouldn't know because I don't find it a lot. Okay, these ones are new to me. These are called black pants. I'm really sorry if these labels are getting washed out. Black pants. I knew to look up comps on these because when I felt them, I could tell they were like high quality. It honestly felt like Beta brand. Like that's what it reminded me of, just really nice and thick. So of course I looked up comps on black pants and surprise, like nothing but like black pants showed up. Like literally like just pants that were black of like all different brands. So I actually had to go to the Black Pants website and I found out that these are, I think they're work pants for like hairstylers and people who are exposed to like, I don't know, because it said that their pants are like bleach resistant, lightning resistant, whatever it's called. Not lightning, like if you're struck by lightning, you're still screwed, but you get my point. Anyway, they're like $90 new for these pants. So even without like looking up sold comps, they were worth picking up for me. I've actually found this exact same cardigan before, this Patagonia merino wool magenta cardigan. The last one I found had a tiny little hole and I sewed it together, like I repaired it with just a couple of magenta stitches, and it still sold for like $18. So this one I'll probably list around $22. This is exciting. So this is new old stock Wrangler, like what, denim vest? Help me out here. But look at, I felt like when I first saw this, I thought it was a reproduction because I'm like, there's no way that the tags are in this nice condition, but everything about it screams new old stock. So I think I'm going to list these ones. I think I'm going to list this one around $30 because it has these cool like denim jean pockets at the front. I found this Boston Proper cardigan. I found a lot of Boston Proper this trip, and a lot of them, well, clearly, I think this is the only piece I brought home. I left behind because they were simple pieces, older labels. This is Boston Proper's newer label. Boston Proper still does really well for me. I picked this one up. I'm probably going to try to get about 25 out of it. This is a J. Crew Factory, as you can tell by the little diamonds. 100% cashmere top. If it's J. Crew, Ann Taylor, Banana Republic, anything mall brand and it's 100% cashmere, whether it's outlet, factory, or not, I will pick it up if it's under like $4 or $5. This one was $2.99. I'm going to try to get about 20 out of it. This is a new to me brand that I passed. I found two of these dresses. I skipped right through them because they didn't look like anything special, and then I literally, like, my little reseller voice inside of my head like was just eating at me, like, just go look up those brands. Like, what do you have to lose? It's called Ibex, I-B-E-X, and it says The Art of Wool, which I didn't even read that when I skipped past them, or else I would have definitely looked up comps. So it's a nice brand that like focuses on making clothing out of specifically using wool. This doesn't even feel like wool. I mean, it does, but it's just, it feels like an athletic dress. So the comps on this brand were great, especially for dresses. I think I'm going to try to get like $30 or $40 out of this one because of the pattern. So Ibex, The Art of Wool is definitely worth looking into if you find it. This is just a Ralph Lauren top or hoodie. Now, if this would have been like Polo Ralph Lauren or even Lauren Ralph Lauren, I probably would not have picked it up. But because it's just Ralph Lauren, I think I'll be able to get like 25 out of this. I found this logo by Lori Goldstein. I've always sworn by this brand. It's a good bread and butter brand for me. It's a QVC brand, but it has a cult following. Some people say that her logo items are not high quality. I don't really see that. I mean, I would wear them. I see why Logo has a cult-like following. I love all of their pieces, even the plain ones. I think I'm going to list this one around $30. I don't think I'm going to get that, but that's what I'm going to start it at and then lower it from there because you never know. This is a Sacred Threads dress. This was a new to me brand about 2 years ago, and then I found one dress and I sold it within like a couple weeks, and I found a shirt, sold it within a couple weeks, so now I almost always pick it up. Don't know too much about the brand. I should. I just know it's like a boho, witchy, hippie. I can't really explain it. I love the styles of the brand. I'll give it that. I think I'm gonna list this dress around $30 as well. This is an Ann Taylor, and it's not Ann Taylor Factory, it's just Ann Taylor. Brand new with tags. Dress with, I think this is fake leather, obviously, and the cute little pearls. I picked this one up because it's new with tags. They had it marked at $7.99, and I think I'll be able to get like $28 or $30 out of this one because it's new. Maybe even a little bit more if I sit on it, we'll see. This is a J. Crew blazer. I normally don't pick up J. Crew blazers because they're a dime a dozen, but this is a newer label, and it's schoolboy fit, and it's also wool. So I'm gonna try to get maybe $25 out of this. This is a Torrid sweater. I find a lot of Torrid. I don't always pick it up like I used to, but this one with the lipstick, come on, the sequin lipstick, this is so cute. I think I'm gonna list this one around like $18 or $20. And then I found this Michael by Michael Kors top. I stopped picking up Michael by Michael Kors because it's a dime a dozen. The market's saturated as far as like you can find it on Poshmark for like $10 or less almost all the time, all day, every day. But sometimes every once in a while I will find a nice piece that will sell for around $20 if it's in like great condition, excellent condition. So that's why I picked that one up. I also don't pick up Aerie anymore. But this one's like a terry cloth mustard, as you can tell, sweater. Terry cloth and velvet still sell well for me, and Aerie's a nice bread and butter brand, so I'll probably list that one around 18 or 20. This is a new to me brand, Day by Berger, and this is probably like German. I'm gonna really slaughter it. Berger and Mikkelsen. That's embarrassing that I even tried, like with my little accent riff. Like, I don't know why I did that. I looked up the brand really quickly while I was in the store because I had my kids with me, so I was like trying to do things quickly. And it seems like it's a decent brand. Like the comps seem pretty good, so I think I'm gonna list this one around like $35. It's definitely worth looking into. Oh, this one, I forgot I had this. This is a pair of early 90s, right? Early 90s. Romper overalls, denim. They speak for themselves. These might fit me. I might be able to squeeze myself into these, but usually when I do rompers like this, they like ride up my butt no matter how much I loosen them. So I don't know. I'm going to try them on. If they don't fit, I think I'm going to list them around like 25 or 30 just because I really like this style. I do find quite a bit of like 90s denim overalls, but I don't know. There's something about that one that makes it just a little bit more special. I found this, what is this? Sundance. I have a weak spot for Sundance. It hasn't been selling the best for me. I have been sitting on some pieces, but on the other hand, sometimes I will sell something within a couple of days at a reasonable price. So because this is like a fake wrap shirt, which usually sell pretty well for me, I think I'm going to list it around 18. This is a new label, Cobby. Hear me out though, because it's a top, right? But it's not just a top. It has a romper. It has, this is not going to do it justice. So it has bottom. So it's basically, yes, it's a romper, but it's only connected at the top of the shirt, or the where they meet. Jesus Christ, you guys are going to think I'm just nuts for trying to explain what this is. But can you see what's happening here? I feel like this will be modeled really cute. This is something I'm going to have to actually model myself, which I stopped doing for the most part because it was too time consuming with as much stuff as I list. But this one I'm going to try to model myself. I don't know if it's going to turn out well or not, but hey, just for the style alone, I had to pick that one up. This is a North Face woman's top. I think it's like linen. I don't really pick up more North Face women's fleeces and stuff like that anymore because they're so saturated. But this one's cute. It was $2.99 and it was half off, so I paid $1.50 for it. I think I'm going to list it around $16 on eBay. This is a vintage dead stock. Wait, no, this one's not dead stock. This one's just vintage, single stitch. Detroit Renaissance Grand Prix 1986. So, I mean, I don't think this was ever worn or washed. It's in amazing condition for its age because it's 80s. I think I'm going to list this one around like $30. I have to look more into the Grand Prix part of it. I found this junk food top. It just says all you need is love. Junk food's a hit or miss. I think I'll be able to get about $17 out of this one. I also found this Desigual top, and Desigual still sells well for me if it has like a lot of crazy abstract pattern, which is what they're known for. So I think I'm going to list this one around 20. I have another new to me brand, Waverly Gray. So Waverly Gray, I think it's an Anthropologie when I looked it up. This is silk. I think I'm going to list it around $30. So Waverly Gray, Grae. It's worth looking into. I found this, the Mountain Tea. So the famous Mountain Tea. Last time I've had one of these, it sold pretty quickly at $25, I think. And they don't sell for like $50 new. I mean, you can get them new for like 30, 35 bucks, I feel like. But people will still buy them pre-owned, maybe because they only have like certain styles at a time and then they don't re-release them. I don't know how that works, but I'll probably list it around 20. This is a splendid dress. Actually, the more I look at this, this might be like a cute beachy swim cover. I think it's a beach swim cover, which is even better. I think I'm going to list it around 25 in that case. This is a Sundance corduroy blazer, but it has a really nice like cotton lining, like almost like sweater lining. If you guys can see that. So I think I'm going to list this one around 30. Do I think I'm going to get 30? Probs not, but I'm going to start at 30. Found this silk Eileen Fisher electric blue. Is this electric blue or royal blue? This is royal blue. Dress. Because it's silk, I think I'm going to list this one around 30. Eileen Fisher does way better for me on eBay than Poshmark. Oh, and I found this Lane Bryant Cassie Q. Did I say it right this time? I know one time I called it like Kekik, which is like way wrong. Cassie Q? So people have already told me and I still can't remember it, how to pronounce it. But butterflies are super, super trendy right now. I even have a lot of butterfly things right now. So I think this one will do well around $25. I honestly think this could be like worn as a beach cover. I don't know if that's what it was intended for, but here's a brand that's not new to me, but it's kind of been on like my BOLO list or my bucket list, my reseller bucket list. One Girl Who. But look at the label on that. It's really hard to read. And if you're like in a hurry at a thrift stop, shop, store. All three. It's versatile, right? It's an Anthropologie brand. The comps aren't that great. I think I'll maybe list it around like 16 or 17. But you guys know, if you've watched my videos, I love picking up brands that I have personally never sold before and selling them just to say that I've sold that brand as well. Like, I want to be in the club. Like, I want to be in the One Girl Who club. This is an LL Bean. I find lots of it. I live in West Michigan, so LL Bean is like, everybody owns it. But this is just a really nice hoodie. I like the color. I like the woven front. So I think, and it's a newer label. So I think I'm going to list this one around 25. I found this Moth, which is an Anthropologie brand. Cardigan. I don't think I've ever found anything non-cardigan from Moth. Do they only make cardigans, or am I just only finding the cardigans? I don't know. I think I'm going to list this one around 25. Now I found this Ralph Lauren cardigan. Probably going to list this one around 20. We'll see. I keep finding M by Magashoni and I keep sitting on it, so now I'm wondering if I should stop picking it up. But I went like 2 years where I couldn't find any M Magashoni pieces, so now that I'm finding them, I feel like I have to bring them home with me. This is just like a mustard colored jacket cardigan. It's kind of like one of those weird in-betweens. CNC California, which it's a bread and butter brand, but I do leave some of it behind, like plain pieces I'll leave behind. You could argue that this is also a plain piece, but I mean, it has a hood. I think I'm going to list this one around $18. I found this La Blanca, which is a high-end swimwear brand. This is like a beach dress. I haven't steamed anything. I haven't cut off extra threads so you guys can see it's a mess down here, but once I get it steamed and cut off these extra threads, I think I'll be able to get like 25, maybe 30 out of it because of the color. This is one of my favorite pieces because it's vintage, quintessential late 1960s dress. I love this print and this color, and it still has like the cute little 1960s button on it. I think I'm going to list this one for around $35. I have been selling a lot of my 1960s dresses that I've shown you guys in my previous haul videos are already sold. So 1960s must be hot right now. I try to stay on top of it, but I love everything vintage, so it doesn't matter what decade it's from. As long as it's like pre 1980s, I love it. So I think 1960s are at a peak right now. Kind of like when in the 1970s did Victorian. I feel like the 2020s are doing the 60s right now. So 60s, keep an eye out for it. It's really hot right now. This is a Sandro Studio. Can you guys see that? There we go. Now, Sandro, yeah, that's why I picked this one up. Because I was like, I don't really know why I brought this one home. It's new with tags. Now, yeah, Sandro is a good brand to pick up if it's Sandro, but Sandro Studio I think is like a lower end line from Sandro. But this one is new with tags, so I think I'm gonna try to list this one around like 30. See what happens. I have this Lane Bryant top. I could not leave this one behind because I think these are poppies. I love poppies. Poppies are hot right now. And the floral contrast, like bright floral against a dark background, that floral contrast pattern is also hot right now. Found this Matilda Jane woman's cardigan. Actually, it's a cardigan, jacket cardigan. Matilda Jane has been doing well for me. Some people say it doesn't move for them. At reasonable price points, like $20, $25 they'll sell. I think I'm going to list this one closer to 30 because it's a special style. I also stopped picking up as many loft pieces as I used to. I used to be a sucker for like loft floral pieces because Loft is known for their floral blouses. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I had to stop picking those up because I wasn't moving them fast enough as much as I was bringing them in. But I really love this sweater. I don't know. There's something about the mix of stripes that I like. I think I'm going to list this one around 18. This one's actually pretty cool. So it's BCBG Max Azria, which I find all the time, but it is really hard to move. But it's like a Y2K type, and it's newer, but it's Y2K type, like with the Juicy Couture type bling and velvet track. I think I'll be able to get like 25, maybe even 30 out of this. We'll see. I found this Maeve dress. I'm a sucker for Maeve dress. I'll probably only be able to get like $20 for this because I've been sitting on Maeve pieces for a long time, like longer than I'd like to admit, but I'm a sucker for Maeve. So yeah, 20, maybe I'll get lucky and list it for 25 and sell it. This is a Tommy Hilfiger jacket, blazer. The reason I picked this one up is because honestly, this is in like new condition. I mean, it really is. I'm not going to list it as that, but I'm going to list it as excellent used condition. Really nice. I think this one was also half off, so I think I'm going to list it around 25 or 30. You guys know I love my neon Buddha. I'm a sucker for neon Buddha. It moves well for me. I don't think I've sat on pieces. I think the longest piece I've been sitting on is like a regular plain top, but for the most part, neon Buddha sells really quickly for me. I'll probably list this cardigan around, it is a cardigan, around $26. This is another CNC California piece. This one, what was it? Wool. I think I picked this one up because it was wool. I'm going to try to get around 18 out of this. I try not to pick up Life is Good, but if they have like certain graphics, I will, like baseball, because like baseball moms who enjoy the brand Life is Good, like we're hitting two customer bases at once. Get it? We're getting to second base, like not in like a sexual way, like we're hitting two customer bases, the Life is Good crowd and the baseball moms. So I think I'm going to list this one around $18. I'm corny. So if you're new to my channel, I'm sorry. I'm corny. I also found this Athleta top. I left behind a lot of Athleta. This one, obviously, unfortunately, the tag is pretty crinkled up. But I've sold this exact same Athleta piece before for around 20. It is in good condition besides the label just being like, obviously just went through the wash a couple too many times. But I think I'll be able to get like 18 out of this one. I'm confident that I've sold that style, which is why I picked it up. Club Monaco. Now this is an extra fine merino wool, I believe. Club Monaco sells well for me, even their plain pieces. I think I'm going to list this one for around like $28. We'll see. Another piece that I've sold before, like exact piece. So this is a North Face. It's just a sweater. I sold this exact same one in a different color, and I didn't sit on it for that long. So I think I'm going to list this one around 20. I found this Sundance cardigan. I like the sleeves. I think I'm going to list this one for around 25 just because I like the sleeves, but we'll see. Here is another new to me brand, Scotch and Soda. So I've heard of it, it's by Mason Scotch. So I've heard of Mason Scotch. I hadn't heard of Scotch and Soda. I looked up the comps on this and I was not disappointed. I think I'm going to list this one around $28. This one's cool. I got a lot of compliments on this one when I posted it over on Instagram. It's a new old stock. Some people call it dead stock. I still call it new old stock. Anyway, Looney Tunes. Not sure on the year, 1997. So it's just an oversized Looney Tune. It says hot tempered. It has the Tasmanian Devil, 1997. Is this one single stitch? Yes. So I think I'm going to list this one around like $35, and I'll probably sit on it, but I don't think I'm going to have a hard time moving that one. I might even do 40. Who knows? Eileen Fisher. This one has the pocket in the front. That's why I picked it up. Honestly, I would have probably picked it up even if it didn't have the pocket because it's a new label. I'm so bad at picking up Eileen Fisher. I feel like I always pick up her pieces no matter what. Even if I'm sitting on them, I pick them up. This is the other Ibex. This one has a separate tag, obviously. It has the iron on or whatever you call those. This one doesn't have a special pattern, so I think I'm just going to list this one around like 20, maybe 25. This, I didn't even look up the brand. I haven't looked up the brand yet. Poppy Bows. Not sure if it's, I mean, it could be a nice brand, but even if it's not, look at the back. This is the cutest thing ever. I will have no problem selling this. I think it'll do better on Poshmark. I'm probably going to list this one around $30. Unless for some reason that brand's like has crazy high comps. So this one, this is a graphic. I tried to stop picking up graphic tees that like weren't name brand, but this one is the Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And Monty Python has a cult-like following, including myself. So I think I'm going to list this one around $20. This next one's a little confusing. So it's a vintage sweater, right? Vintage, Fruit of the Loom. Vintage tag so you guys can see. But this New York, like, screen print, it looks really modern. Like, it looks like something they'd make today. So I don't know if someone had, like, printed this on a vintage sweater, or honestly this whole print might be vintage, which will make it even better. I have to study that more. I think the whole thing is vintage. It's just surprisingly modern. I think I'm gonna list that one around 25. You guys won't believe this. So I found this really nice Pendleton like Sherpa zip up. It was $3.99, you guys. $3.99. I think I'm gonna be able to get like $30 out of this. Maybe even like 40, maybe even 50. I don't know. I haven't looked up that style. This is a Joseph Ribcloth. It does sell well for me. However, I do sit on Joseph Ribcloth longer than some brands, but it's worth the wait because they usually sell for, you know, a good price point. This one I think I'm going to list around $30 or $35. This is what I was talking about when I said 70s does Victorian. 1970s, they had this huge Victorian splurge. They had it again, I think they had it in the 1950s too. Victorian jewelry was coming back in. So anyway, look at how beautiful this is. It has like this, it's not a cameo, but it's a cameo like inspired embroidery. I think this one will do well on Etsy for around $30, to be honest, maybe even a little bit more. This is a hardtail. I've never sold hardtail. I've seen it. I passed on it, but this was half off. So I want to see if I can get like 20 or 25 bucks out of it. That way I can start picking up the brand hardtail. Another Eileen Fisher cardigan. This one was $2.99, half off. I think I'm going to list that one around $28. And then we have Free People. This is just a regular sweater. but is this the new label? I can't tell. Yes, no, maybe it is. I think I'm gonna list this one around 25. This brand, I haven't even looked up comps yet. So it's Dog is Good, which reminds me of Life is Good. So maybe it's like one of those brands that has a cult following. I don't know, but regardless, even if it's not, look how cute this is. It has like a little poem about sleeping with your dogs, and it says never sleep alone. I know some dog moms are gonna love this, so I think I'm gonna list that one around 20 or 25. I do have to look up comps on that though. This is another, so this isn't vintage. I thought, wait, oh, no, it's not vintage. Damn it. Okay. No, this is not vintage, but it's made to look vintage. Bob Marley. Obviously, I think I'll be able to get like $20 out of this, unless the market's like super saturated with that exact same shirt. If so, I'm gonna keep it. I think I'll list that one around 20. Did I say that? Anyway, Pleon. I stopped picking up Pleon because they were only selling for around $15. So I was like, I gotta cut some corners here because I can't pick up everything, and then it's so time consuming that I have to store it. You guys get the point. But this one's brand new with tags. So it retailed at $20 at TJ Maxx. So honestly, I'm probably just gonna ask like $20 with free shipping because it is new. I picked it up because it has the tags. And then I can't believe I got through it all. I'm a little sweaty, I'm not gonna lie. I need to work out because when I do my hauls, like at the end of the haul, I turn the camera off and I'm like, okay, nobody talk to me, just let me lay on the couch, which is sad. This is an Eileen Fisher sweater. I don't know, it feels like it's wool. Probably gonna list this one around $30. It is an older label. Not too old, but. Okay, now I'm gonna show you guys the shoes. I found these Blondo boots, so I haven't cleaned them up yet. I have to put some leather conditioner on them. This is suede and then this is leather. I am so messy with leather conditioner. I've ruined so many boots because I will accidentally put too much on and then they look greasy and oily, and I've tried to dry them out, it just doesn't work. So I'm really gonna try carefully not to ruin these ones. Just gonna clean them up a bit, but I think I'll be able to get like $40 out of these, maybe a little bit more. I also stopped picking up this brand. I feel like I've said that for 50% of the things that I've shown you guys, but it's Born. I paid $6 for them. I just find so many Born shoes, and it is a good brand if you're buying them like at the bins, but at Goodwill retail prices, it's like some hit or miss. But these ones are in really nice condition. They're suede, and honestly, I think I'll be able to get like $30 out of these. And then I also picked up these Banana Republic. These are newer, leather and suede boots. So I paid $8 for these, and it was kind of like I kept thinking about putting them back, but I do think I'll be able to get like $35 out of these. It might just be a little bit of a wait. And these BCBG Max Azria shoes. So BCBG Max Azria shoes sell well for me compared to the BCBG clothing. But these ones I think were $4, and I think they were half off. So I couldn't resist. I think I'll be able to get like 25 out of those. And these are Nike Free. So Nike Free, if you felt Nike Free before, it feels like nothing. It feels like I'm just holding like styrofoam, but like obviously these are amazing quality. I've sold a pair like these before for like $60, which was honestly close to retail price, but Nike Free. Now I'm just gonna show you guys my favorite pieces, as far as the hard goods. So this, I don't know, is this vintage? It looks modern, but it might be. Is this vintage? I didn't think it was because this looks like something that they'd sell at TJ Maxx, but I think it's like what, like a candle thingy? I don't know. I'm putting this in my garden. I'm actually keeping it for myself, but I had to show you guys because I was excited. I love mushrooms, and I love this type of glazing on ceramic. I found this vintage paper, like really nicely done paper mache tiger. I don't really know what they look at the front of it. That's so cool. This type of stuff from like mid-century actually sells really well for me over on Etsy. I think I'm gonna list this piece around $35. I find so many teacups. I don't pick teacups up. Obviously, you go into any thrift store, you're gonna find a lot of porcelain like this. there's like a 0.00001% chance that one of them is actually really going to be worth like reselling. A lot of people, unfortunately, are under the impression that like any vintage porcelain is going to have high value because porcelain china, but there was so much of it made that it's not really worth selling. But I looked up this brand and or I looked up the stamp on the bottom. What is it? Royal Halsey, which I've heard before. But this style teacup is so cute and so elegant. And I actually was surprised to find that a lot of their teacup and saucers sell for like $18, but the buyer pays shipping. So it totals to like $28. So I'm going to list mine for around $26 with free shipping. And I should be able to send this out first class if I put a lot of padding in it. And these, I don't even think these are vintage, but I had to pick them up. These are solid wood, like hand carved all the way through ladles, or not ladles. What do you call these? Like spanking spoons? I'm just kidding. But anyway, they have little giraffes on them. If they are vintage, I'll probably list them on Etsy for like $18 with free shipping. But the last piece I have to show you guys is this really cute straw bag. I do think this is vintage. I'm not sure. Straw bags are so hot right now. I have like 4 pairs of straw bags that I bring to the beach, but I haven't really seen a crossbody one like this. So I think I'm going to list this one around $25 on Etsy and Poshmark and see how it does. Don't think I'm going to do it on eBay because eBay is so saturated with stuff like this. So yeah, I made it through the whole video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Go ahead and leave a comment down below if you have any questions about any of the brands, or if you found those brands, if they don't sell well for you, if they do sell well. Also, if you want to give me a thumbs up, it helps the algorithm. I'm also going to leave a link down below in the description to my Instagram, which is honey.rags. But before that, I'm going to leave a link in the description to my website. I'm sure most of you know by now, but I finally launched my own website. I have to do a lot of work on it, but if you want to go check that out, if you're nosy like me, honeyragsco.com. I think I covered everything. Thank you so much for watching and stay safe.